watch this. I don't know, last year, maybe even longer than go, WWE put out a DVD, Best of In Your House. And that was a really good set, and I thought that this was going to be good. I started this off, and I watched Bret Hart versus Hakushi, and I was in a Skype call, and I mentioned that I was watching Razor Ramon against Jeff Jarrett and the Roadie, and Miguel freaking 88 knew right away what I was watching, and said, "Why are you watching that? That show is horrible." And it just came down to I didn't know what else to watch. Basically, Bret Hart versus Hakushi was set up as a match that like Hakushi was like a villain hired, I guess you can say, by Jerry Lawler. If Bret Hart beat Hakushi, he got to move on and have a one-on-one match with Jerry Lawler. We've seen matches like this all throughout the 80s, mostly with guys having to beat somebody to get 5 minutes alone with Bobby the Brain Heenan or something like that. Everybody knows the Weasel matches that Ultimate Warrior had with him. You've seen stuff like this 1,000 times. Hakushi was a great worker. I know that he did some stuff in WWF in this time period. I think he was in ECW for a good little minute. I don't know what happened to this guy, but he was awesome. He was really, really good. I always really liked him. He never really stood out as a main eventer, but he had these body tattoos that went like in a straight line all the way down from his face, all the way down his stomach and his abs, and they just were no, fucking attractive's not the word. I haven't even started drinking yet, but they just caught your eye and they drawed you in. Bret won this match, and after he was celebrating with this match, really weird opening match. Bret Hart gets the win, and the place goes bananas for 1995 period with just fireworks going off everywhere. Really, really weird. I know that we watched a In Your House, I believe it was number 6, and then like the semi-main, Shawn Michaels wins a match, not even for the championship. And before the main event, Shawn Michaels gets a huge old ovation. This was more fireworks than there was in the opener, more fireworks than there was at the end of the show. So, I don't know. This time period, it was almost like Diesel was the champion, and Bret Hart was like that legend. Almost the role that they wanted Hulk Hogan to be in. Where, like, WrestleMania 6 rolled around. Warrior got the title. Warrior was going to be that champion. People were still going to go to the shows, and they were going to be supported by Hulk Hogan because he was the legend that everything was really going to be built around. That never really worked out. Warrior's run didn't last as long as a lot of people did. I don't know, everybody's seen the Warrior documentary, everybody's seen the self-destruction of Ultimate Warrior, they know how that really plays out, but Hitman was sort of like the Hulk Hogan of this, since, I think at this point Bret was wrestling for WCW at the time.